What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck here again. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Just want to give a shout out to all of you who have checked out the last Umar Johnson video that I've done. And thank you so much for your support. That video has gotten over 11,000 views the last time I checked. I couldn't believe it. Oh, man. A lot of the reporting that I've been doing for, I guess, the past 6 months to a year heavily involved a former corrupt mayor, worst mayor in America, in Dalton, and she was supervising Thornton. And you'd be amazed at how people will say that somehow my entire platform was built off of this one person. No, it wasn't. So thank you all for helping to prove that to be a flat out lie. It's quite possible when you put out great content that people will watch it. And Umar Johnson is a whole clown. So I titled the video what I titled it. Prince of PCP. It's my new name for him. Pan crust pizza. It's all he's the prince of at this point. You're just the prince of pan crust pizza. No one takes you seriously. And I'm just, in my personal opinion, just consider him to be the scammer that he is. So I wanted to check out a video and a couple articles, and I find it very interesting regarding his websites for the school. I have not been able to locate them, and I've typed in at least 3 or 4 variations of the school's websites, and I'm not seeing them. And I'm going to show you all. One of them is just hilarious what happens when you type up the URL. But before we get into that, I want you guys to hit the like button. And I want you to subscribe. We're growing here in the Lady Luck Club. And I'm going to put the pressure on Umar Johnson. Because I cover, frauds and Ponzi schemes and scams and pyramid schemes and, fraudulent activity, corrupt politicians. I cover these topics on, my platform here heavily now because I can't do the music reactions I want because YouTube is weird. But you guys make sure you hit the like button and check out the content. Make sure you're watching the video, engage in the comment section like you guys have been doing. And I want to, just thank you all once again for subscribing, for the likes and views and the comments. It does keep the videos in rotation with the algorithm. Plus, it's just information people need to know. Hopefully people will stop giving this scammer some money because that school is never going to open. It's just not going to open. It's just not going to happen. Sorry. But people are coming around to seeing that. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback in return. I do have permission to use an interview that was done by Night and Day. And they, allowed me to, and I'm going to pull up do that video tomorrow with Night and Day interview they did, Talk Media, that they did with, I'm assuming to be this ex-girlfriend of his. I'm still kind of learning all the key players with Umar Johnson. I can say flat out that I did not always keep up with him or report on him. Saw a video here and there about him in this school that's been, I guess sitting out here as his crutch for over 14, 15 years. But I do want to point out that the cease and desist order that I went over in my video on yesterday, others have reported on that. And like I said, this is, a learning process for me too. It's a fun one because he's a whole clown and I feel nothing about calling him that. person paying pizza. But this is something that I'm learning as well. But I do want to make sure that my information is accurate. I posed the question if anyone else had talked about it. But being that it was, released in 2022, I did go through YouTube today and see a myriad of videos that had covered the cease and desist order. Just to point out and remember that the cease and desist order came from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I believe that he switched the schools to Wilmington, Delaware, because he knew that the cease and desist order is a very real cease and desist order. It is not a fake document and it's not a letter. An order is enforceable in the court of law. So if he violates the order, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania can take his ass to court. And then he can be held to contempt in violating the order. So That's the difference between a cease and desist letter versus an order. Orders are enforceable in the court of law. Anyone can issue a cease and desist letter. You don't even need to be an attorney to issue a cease and desist letter. But the order is a mandate. And if you don't follow it, he knows. That's why he registered the school in a whole nother state. But I found it interesting that he had a company, a tax service in Pennsylvania to do his taxes. So yeah. seeing that this is his only good grift he's got going on for 15 years regarding the school, he's not working and doing anything else, so he would not have any other income to report aside from the income coming in for this school that's never going to open. So that's why it's perplexing that he would go to a tax service, and I'm gonna pull up the tax documents so y'all can see that. Why he would go to a tax service in Pennsylvania to do his taxes where the sole income is coming from a school registered in Delaware. Like it's just so mind-boggling. But either way, we're gonna get to it. Shout out to, I want to make sure I give the right Danny's World, DANIS World. This is the content creator. I saw this video on the cease and desist. It just came up in my feed, and I wanted to show you all this and go over it before I go into some of the information that I found through the research and the articles. I mean, that address this whole school nonsense. One of the posts I found to be very interesting. So I just, like I said, it kind of screams Ponzi scheme, but this particular post kind of helps to solidify even the more this my belief that Umar Johnson is operating the school like it's a Ponzi scheme. The way he's trying to garner in contributions and financial support for it through selling of packages, that's Ponzi scheme like activity. So I'm going to go over that information so you guys can understand more of what I'm referring to. But before we get to that, like I said, once again, hit the like button, share the content, subscribe to the LLC, and consider becoming a member. And I will ensure that we go over the interview. And I want to go over the lawsuit that he filed against Lennon Honor, a content creator, and address that. Probably do that as a members only, but we'll see. All right, let's get to it. So shout out to Danny's World. Make sure you guys check out their channel, give them a like, subscribe if you enjoy their content, and let's show them some support. But let's get to this video, honey.
Would you want to tear down a school for black children? Who would want to tear down a school for black children?
Oh my God.
Who would want to tear down a school?
3 times.
So this is what I'm going to say to my supporters. Don't listen to the peanut gallery. The YouTubians know nothing about the operation of this most sacred academy. The YouTubians know nothing about what we're doing. The YouTubians have no idea.
Why is he spitting?
Of the eclipse we about to cause. All I'm going to say is be here September the 10th. All I'm going to say is make sure you register at FDMG Academy.
How old is this
video?
All
I'm going to say, brothers and sisters, is get ready for academic revolution. Get ready for psychological revolution.
What?
Get ready for spiritual revolution. $sign FDMG school. You good? I'm live. You straight? Brothers and sisters, that's my sister Kai. She keep everything straight at the FDMG. Brothers and sisters, all I'm going to say is we work. So on that note,
give me a jump scare.
Let's cease and desist the slander. Let's cease and desist the hate. Let's cease and desist the rumors. Let's cease and desist not looking out for black children. Let's cease and desist disrespecting our black women.
Clown.
Let's cease and desist wasting our money with non-African people. Let's cease and desist being.
It comes out like a complete racist. Is he racist? I mean, it's okay to be all about black love and black culture and stuff, but at the expense of almost bashing any other race. I mean, what the hell? You know what's so crazy? Like I said, the fact that he shifted the school to a whole new state. And I'm still curious as to whether the school is physically located in the state of Delaware. I saw a video where people went through the school, but it certainly was not renovated. It still had missing tiles in the ceilings. It was just run down. I cannot fathom why it would take 15 years based on the videos that I've seen of the actual school building itself to simply be renovated. 15 years. And Lennon Honor did some calculations where it turns out that he may have gotten over $1.6 million for the past, 5 years since 2020? Just by going through his tax statements, his tax documents. 1.6 million over the past 5 good years. And this school is still not open. It doesn't take that long, people. Even if he had bought some property and had to build the building from scratch, it would not have taken 5 years. He's not building a complete university here. We're talking about a school building that doesn't even look that huge. And then it would have only served 2 grades. My understanding, 2nd through 4th, or just high school 2 grades or something like that, unless he changed it up. But, like I said, I'm still learning. I'm researching and reading and watching content, trying to just get a better understanding of this. Several content creators went over the cease and desist order. So he knows damn well it's an order and not a letter. And he does not dictate, what happens with the order. He followed it clearly by moving the school to a different state. Now, the question would be, is the state of Delaware aware that the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania issued the cease and desist order? And why aren't they doing the same thing at this point? At this point, the state of Delaware needs to be issuing him a cease and desist order as well. Lying about your accounts being frozen after saying that they were not located. From what bank again? What's the name of the bank? Yeah, okay.
Ignorant to our own realities and responsibilities. Let's cease and desist all the nonsense. Let's cease and desist all the nonsense that's going on in the conscious community. Let's cease and desist the hate against FDMG. Stop hating on people who are doing more than you. Stop hating on people who are outworking you. Stop hating.
Who aren't outworking
No
you.
black man should be hating on another black man.
It's not hate. It's called accountability. And those are terms you should probably look up the definition for, boy.
I just wanted to chime in, let everybody know FDMG is doing well. Ain't no problems with this academy. Ain't no problems with you donating.
Never mind the cease
Ain't
and
no
desist
problems
order.
with you sending your check payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. Pickle Frederick Douglass. The great.
Why wasn't it in the state of Pennsylvania again? In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? Yeah, because that cease and desist order is very real. He's such a clown.
Ancestor Frederick Douglass.
Prince of Pancrust.
Marcus Messiah God. We ain't going to cease and desist until the school is done. We're not going to cease and desist till black boys have an education that they deserve. We're not going to cease and desist until the black community has a meeting place large enough to accommodate all of our conferences and workshops and seminars. We're not going to cease and desist until African people are free. There will be no ceasing and desisting until all Africans are liberated. Saturday, September the 10th. Saturday, September the 10th. Vendors, food, music, games, giveaways, fellowship, raffles, prizes.
I too can just throw out random words on a date. August the 5th, Monday, August the 5th. Books, laptop, light bulb, lamp, tablet, fan, hat, coat, sweater. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? I forgot how insufferable it is to listen to him speak. And then he says things like in threes. Like, why? It doesn't move the needle. That cease and desist order needs to be put out from the state of Delaware because this is out of control. This is complete madness at this point. If Delaware cares a little bit about the residents there and about protecting people's pockets, to not give to this, what I call to be a scammer, in my opinion, then they should issue a cease and desist order. This is enough.
And guess what? On July the 2nd,
a whole nother date,
the day after the 3rd annual Pan-African Fast. Don't forget the Pan-African Fast is coming up.
What?
Don't forget the Pan-African Fast is coming up. June 10th, the day Marcus Garvey died, to July 1st, the day Ghana became an independent republic. Don't forget the 3rd Pan-African Fast is coming up from sunrise to sunset, June the 10th to July the 1st. Get ready, Pan-Africanist. Get ready, revolutionary Pan-Africanist.
He
Get
gave
ready,
2 different
revolutionary
dates.
Pan-African nationalists, for the 3rd annual FDMG fast, June 10th, July the 1st, and the day after the fast. The day after the 3rd annual fast on July the 2nd.
This is
The
unbelievable.
day after the 3rd annual Pan-African fast on July the 2nd, I will be making a major announcement regarding FDMG Academy. On July the 2nd, the day after the 3rd annual fast ends, I will be making a major announcement. I will be making a major announcement about the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey.
Y'all see that water bottle? Looks like he just printed out a label on regular construction paper and then cut it and put some glue or tape on it and wrapped it around a bare water bottle. I know damn well he was not selling FDMG water bottles. Please tell me you did not buy FDMG water bottles. Please tell me that. I hope you all know that these are regular water bottles he probably picked up from Walmart and just took off the label and put on these printed out labels. And that's it. This is unbelievable. This had to be what, at least last year? I don't know. How old is this video? This was posted up today, but I don't know when this actual video. What is this? I don't have Facebook or TikTok, so I have no idea. It looks like he might be on TikTok. I'm not sure. But he's got 533 people watching in this live. And you see a comment below says, greed is not godly, brother. Yeah, greed nor scamming is godly. That's called stealing.
Academy the day after the 3rd annual Pan-African fast ends. San Diego, I will see you on Friday night, May the 20th.
You're too busy trying to tour.
World Beat Cultural Center. Doors at 5, lecture at 7. San Diego, World Beat Cultural Center. Doors at 5, lecture at 7. San Diego, Friday night, May 20th. I am back in San Diego for the first time since 2017. I am back in San Diego for the first time since 20.
Did they run him off in San Diego?
Leimert Park, Malcolm X Day, Saturday, May 21st. Leimert Park, Malcolm X Day, I am pulling up. Leimert Park, Malcolm X Day, I am pulling up, family. Leimert Park, Malcolm X Day, Saturday, May 21st. King Kong takes the stage at 2 o'clock. Blessed Love, Sunday, May the 22nd. Blessed Love on Vernon Avenue. Ross Bob, Sister Kim, Brother Mosiah, my little sister Brandy. Y'all know how we do it. Blessed Love, Sunday, May 22nd.
Give my money back.
Food, lecture, book signing. Get your tickets at Blessed Love. Pull up the Blessed Love and get your tickets before they sell out. You know how we do when Ifa Tunde come through Blessed Love on Vernon Ave. Shout out to all my West Coast donors. Shout out to all.
I'm reading them comments, Charlotte. Somebody said I need my money back, big homie. You know what is sad is people still encouraging this bullshit behavior. That's what's so sad right now. It's like I'm still seeing people commenting, talking about, yeah, keep going. We love you. Keep going. You're doing great. Are you kidding me? Stop encouraging scam-like behavior. I'm sure most of you would rather be paying your bills as opposed to just shoveling this man your money, because you don't see wealthy donors giving him money. He is taking money off the backs of hardworking people. If he had wealthy donors, don't you think they would have just given him money by now and he would have had the school open? He can't even stop lying long enough to get a wealthy donor. If you don't see wealthy donors and people helping to promote something like this, where you're talking about opening a school, that indicates a problem. Might be problematic. Because all of the other wealthy Black people that are out there building schools themselves, you would think they would encourage him and support him financially. But it's like all the donors that he has, the majority of them are just hardworking other, Black people, I guess. Because he seems like he's racist towards white people. So, I don't know. Some people like being talked down on and they still giving money anyway. Can't control people giving away their money, but it is sad. While I'm at it, feel free to leave a super chat. Cash App and Zelle information to support the channel will be in the description of the video. Cash App and Zelle information will be in the description of the video. Cash App and Zelle information will be in the description of the video. Oh, he's so insufferable. Okay.
My West Coast supporters, my Oakland family. I will be back in Oakland. I will be back in Oakland. Shout out to my LA family, my Compton family, my South Central family, my Long Beach family. If you need the flyer,
let him do this.
215-989-9858. If you need the flyer,
Somebody please Frank call him. Frank call him.
9858, brothers and sisters.
I need a black king.
But I just wanted to come on here one time to let y'all know we working. If y'all want to give them Negroes your attention,
You know what
that's what we doing. We working. Let me show you what we doing. See, we don't have time to play games. We ain't got time to be playing no games. We working, brothers and sisters.
I said goat.
We working. We not playing no games. Second annual FDMG festival. We working, family.
They laughing at
games. We working. We is working. Y'all want to talk about cease and desist? We will cease and desist when Africans are liberated. We will cease and desist when the FDMG Academy is up and running. This is the table covers for our vendors.
Fill up your
if
pants.
You're lucky enough to be chosen to be a vendor, FDMGfestival.com. If you're lucky enough to be chosen to be a vendor, FDMGfestival.com. If you're lucky
Somebody
enough to
said we got flags, but no plumbing.
chosen as a vendor. Most of our vendors sold out last year halfway through the festival. Most of our vendors sold out last year halfway through the festival.
But no plumbing.
If you're lucky enough to be a vendor.
Somebody said FDMG school, we got flags, but
this
no
will
plumbing.
Be a table cover. Shout out to Sister Keita. She did the decorations, her and the sister. Much love to the queen.
Nick at Night. Y'all look at this. Y'all see Nick at Night? She's another content creator. He spent y'all money on flag and said he outworked y'all. Shout out to Nick at Night. I see you in the comment over here. Yeah, she has a content. She's a content creator here on YouTube too. I think I am subscribed to her. Watch her content. I like her content.
Trenton, New Jersey. Are y'all ready for Wednesday? We're gonna talk about cease and desist. I'm gonna get a little bit more personal when I get to Trenton because that's where I did my internship at. That was the last stop before I got that doctorate degree. Trenton, New Jersey was the last stop.
I can't believe he bought a flag.
Degree. Trenton, New Jersey was the last stop before I got that doctorate degree, brothers and sisters. We are getting ready for Saturday, September the 10th. We are getting ready for Saturday, September the 10th. We are getting ready for Saturday, September the 10th. We are getting ready. Make sure you drink some FDMG holy water. We want to baptize all Negropeans with the FDMG holy water.
Negropeans?
We want to baptize all Negropeans with the FDMG holy.
Y'all don't let that water hit y'all body. Please, even now, in the year of our Lord 2025, don't take that water. Water could be from the Lake of Minnetonka. Cooling waters from the Lake of Minnetonka. What the hell is this? Y'all can tell he printed out that label and just taped it around a bottle of water. Don't buy it. It probably is like $5 a bottle or something. You got a flag, but yet I still see missing tiles in the ceiling. Oh my God. Oh my God.
If you need to reach me, you know how to reach me. 8444 Dr. Umar, or you can text me at 215-989-9858. Life coaching, parent consultation, psychological evaluation review, IEP review, diagnostic assessment, whatever you need for reviews of paperwork. I am your school psychologist. On that note, brothers and sisters.
It's sad.
On that note, brothers and sisters. On that note, brothers and sisters.
Oh my God.
July 2nd, major announcement, FDMG Academy. July 2nd, major announcement, FDMG Academy. September the 10th, FDMG Festival. September the 10th, FDMG Festival.
Always begging.
I want you for the partial solar eclipse in Taurus this afternoon. Partial solar eclipse in Taurus this afternoon. Partial solar eclipse in Taurus this afternoon. This is your brother King Kong, and I'm signing out. One love.
He's the worst. He is the absolute worst. Y'all. I can't help but to just laugh at this clown. Such a clown. This is a news article from news1.com. I just, doing some research, trying to figure out what the heck is going on with the school website. So I came across this. This is back in 2023. One of the many times he has some sort of setback with opening the school up. And of course, he gives his BS excuse and blames Black people for it because you guys aren't sending him more money. Look how he dressed. What the hell? That's that Prince of Pan Crust Pizza coming through in that jacket. Oh my God. I want to scroll down. You guys can read this if you want to. FDMG is located in Wilmington, Delaware, because he is running from that cease and desist order in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Delaware need to get on it. They take it too long. Y'all need to issue a cease and desist order. That way it'll force him not to go somewhere else and get hit with cease and desist orders. He's just gonna catch him everywhere you go. That's what needs to happen. But I wanted to go down here to this post here. I don't know if this is on, was this on Twitter? But it had hashtag Jumar Schools for Boys. Jumar Schools for Boys? I thought it was Umar. Dr. Umar School for Boys. Yeah, there you go. HMG Re-Africanization Academy. What the hell? Do y'all see this? Re-Africanization Academy Intellectual Insurrection begins September 3rd, 24. He gave like 4 or 5 different dates in that video you just saw, right? Then you go on here, you see this September 3rd, 24. Now, we all know that it did not open. But what I found interesting is this information here. The tax deductible donations, FDMG Academy. Then you got the P.O. box number as opposed to the actual school's address. What is the address to the school building? I've been looking for that all day. I told you all I'm still learning here. Just like with the cease and desist order, yes, several content creators reporting on it. But I'm trying to find the actual address to the school because I want to look at an aerial map of it. You know, maybe they have some satellite pictures or something like that to show the building, how just what it looks like in real time, and where it's physically located. And I have, maybe y'all leave the address to the building in the comment section because I haven't seen it. But if you go down to where you see these memberships, this is what caught my attention here. The FDMG bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond memberships. And then it leaks to these PayPals. So each membership has a different amount you contribute. But this type of this setup of memberships here is what you see in a Ponzi scheme. And I want to show you all why I keep saying that this is just fraudulent in nature. Right? Oh, Lord. So we're not dealing with the market. I know that. But a Ponzi scheme in and of itself, and I'm on Investopedia, it's kind of like you selling these packages, you offering these packages, and people are paying these packages. And typically when it's like an investment type of scam, you telling people they're getting back some sort of ROI that's so inflated and unreasonable that the pyramid scheme cannot be sustained unless you have new people coming in with new money. The problem is with this school is these packages he's selling and the way he is, of course, raising the money. But with the school, of course, the product is opening the school. But the fact that the school has not been opened and he has these different packages that he's offering for contributors to buy these packages on PayPal, or you give them X amount of dollars, the expectation is that you deliver the product. Well, what happens when the product never gets delivered? The question still becomes, okay, now where did the money go? Where are the receipts of transactions, the proof that he paid out, contractors to do various types of service? The painters, the, plumbing, the electricians, the AC vac technicians. Where are the receipts? Where are the invoices to show that these contractors were paid to do whatever it is they, do whatever service they're paid to do? Where are those receipts? Why weren't they included with his tax filings? He's claiming that he paid out contractors to do work in this school building. Where are the receipts at? I've been looking for this stuff, you guys. I've been researching this information. But you have these packages that you're offering. And basically, the people who have been giving him money all this time, that, you know, after a while, they just realize the school is never going to open. So let's say for the first 5 years, you had a wave of people coming in, giving contributions. And then they realize after 5 years, school's not opening, then they stop. What he has to do is come up with new excuses and dumbass lies to get new money flowing in. Because otherwise, the scheme itself would not sustain. He would not be able to continue getting in money from the same people that he got 15 years ago, because after 3 or 4 good years, they realized this school is not going to ever open, and I'm not going to keep giving this idiot my money. So he has to come up with a new lie ever so often to garner and generate new money. But the boldness in creating these packages is what you expect to see in a Ponzi scheme. And typically they consider them to be high yield investment packages, but you're not receiving any return on investment. The product that you expect to receive is simply opening the damn school. But since that's not happening, people get exhausted and they realize he's never going to open this fucking school. So now he has to come up with something else to say to get a new wave of people excited to donate towards this school that will never open. And one of his methods was, let's create this, what looks like a tier contribution package, if you will. Because you're not getting any money back. You're just donating money to him. But it's in this tier-like fashion. So you're starting from the basic level of bronze. And I'm switching between the tabs. The basic level from bronze to silver to gold to platinum to diamond. That's a pyramid scheme. That's how pyramid schemes are established. Except in the scenario where you're talking about investments, there's a certain level of percentage you would tell the person that they will receive as their return on investment. But here, you're not getting any money back. And it's not like he's shuffling money around to other investors or other contributors. He's just taking the money through these various packages here. But it's in this tier-like fashion. I don't even want to click on those links because I don't have PayPal and I'm not in the mood to download a virus or anything on my device. Hell no. But I want you all to see that this is what you expect in a pyramid scheme. This screams Ponzi scheme. Pyramid scheme has some variations, but it's almost pyramid-like in nature with these tiers and these packages. Except you get nothing back but more BS and lies from the Prince of Pan Crust Pizza. So I just thought that to be very interesting. And of course, I went looking for the school website. And I'm like, okay, where's the link to the school? And then, of course, he has a whole lot of delays. You know, he went on the Breakfast Club talking about it. He went everywhere talking about all these delays. He gives out more dates of tours that he does than anything else. You know, then he tried to, blame it on black people and not supporting them. If it's not the black people don't support other black people, we are not used to being responsible for building our own institutions. If I was opening up a nightclub basketball league, I would have the support. No, he had the support. He even did packages for this support. But the problem is, you clown, you have not opened the school. You have not delivered the product. So now you have to find another way to grift on the same thing. Why not just go on your tours and just run your mouth? People might pay to see that first before they keep giving you money for a school you know you're never going to open. Just go on tour. That's all he seems to be doing anyway. The last video he did where he lied about the accounts being frozen, boy, that got me. That was it. I was like, oh, hell no. Now you're just playing around with people's intelligence. But then give all these dates for these tours that he's going to do. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So I want to skip over to this tab here. This is on causeIQ.com. I put in, was looking at the EIN number. This is registered to this FDMG RGB Leadership Academy. Is that their re-Africanization something? He comes up with the dumbest titles for stuff. I'm gonna assume that this is RBG is part of that re-Africanization type of title, whatever. Just nonsense. Just nonsense. You don't have to do all of this while you still lie about, taking money in for a school you're never going to open. But as you all can see, this was filed as a 501c3, which is more so a nonprofit organization, but yet a school. And this is going back to 2020 for the state of Delaware. And mind you, he got hit with a cease and desist in Pennsylvania in 2022. So the school relocated to a different state after that cease and desist hit because he knew he couldn't get around it. And he definitely doesn't want to go to jail because, believe it or not, he's a punk. He's a whole punk. So I scroll down to the bottom, and of course you see the revenues, expenses, assets, liabilities. These are the financials. I mean, most of this stuff is zero. And then, of course, the last 5 years of tax filings are here. And I'm going to pull up one so you guys can see what I was referring to regarding the tax service. So if you look at the bottom here, you see here firm's name, Kincaid Services Group, their EIN 26-4762082. And then you have this address here for the firm that prepared the taxes. 6132 Lancaster Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And you have the number there. Why would you have a tax service, Kincaid Services Group, prepare the taxes unless it's his tax, like some tax company he created to file his own taxes? But why would you have a tax service that's operating in Pennsylvania, not in Delaware? This is your only income here. Does it not concern everyone that he doesn't have a job? I mean, how else is he getting in money here? He's doing his tours, he's selling books and all this other stuff. He has a YouTube channel where he generates revenue from there, but yet lies about an account not being located, but then both accounts for the school and his personal account being allegedly frozen for reasons. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. Then you guys see here the prior year 204,822, current year 84,506. But if you go back and you see here total grants, he put zero. This is insanity. Why are you putting zero? No expenses? You had no expenses, but yet he claims that he spent money on paying contractors to do various jobs in this school, but you have no expenses. Like, where are the receipts from these contractors you hired? This is just for FYE 1224. And then giving you the year over year difference and no variance here. No variance because it's $0 for both 23 and 24. This is ridiculous. Part of what I do in my real life is financial analyst, senior financial analyst. So looking at year over year and looking at variances, looking at budget expenses, actual budget expenses versus projected budget expenses, deductions, income, revenue, assets. I look at all of that in my everyday job. And one of the things you look at is, okay, is there a variance? How do you have no expenses reported? This is crazy. But y'all saw the tax document. He brought in all this money and then he gets in videos and claims that he hired these contractors. So where are those receipts? Why didn't you report those expenses? Make this make sense? Yeah, this is so ridiculous. But what's even more interesting here? Let's go over to this link. Y'all see this? FDMGacademy.wordpress.com. It has been deleted. It's no longer available. So I said, okay, well, let's just see what comes up with FDMGacademy.com. This goes to Lennon Honors YouTube channel. Yeah. You put in FDMGacademy.com. It goes to Lennon Honors YouTube channel. Maybe I'm late to the game and I'm just not finding out. But I haven't seen any other video showing that the school website, one of the links that I put in, goes to Lennon Honors YouTube channel. You can't make this up. Look at this. I took out WordPress. You got FDMGacademy.com. Hell, I put in www. You can't make this up. Oh my God. Well done, Lennon Honor. This goes to Lennon Honor's YouTube channel. So I said, okay, maybe it's FDMGacademy.org. Oh, I'm doing this in another tab. Oh no. This is a GoDaddy. It's park free, courtesy of GoDaddy.com. Get this domain. Nothing here. This is FDMGacademy.org. Okay, let's do .edu. I was like, all right, I'm just going to try a variation of these links. Yeah, no. Can't reach this page. Y'all, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Okay. So I said, let's take out Academy and just do .com. Because I just so y'all can see here, I took out Academy. It's winding up. I don't know what it's. I don't think you reckon I'm gonna do www. Let's do www. Because you can't make this up. It's saying it took too long. Hold on. I was like, there is no way FDMG.com. Because I just want to see why what's going on. Okay, so here I put it in this tab here. It says domain name you type is for sale. This is www.fdmg.com. Okay. So I said, let's do .org. Y'all, what is the school website? I already did FDMGacademy.org. I already did that one. Y'all see this? What the hell is the name of the damn link? What is the school website link? Can someone please tell me what's the school website link? The Lennon Honors YouTube channel. You can't make this up. Boy, this is epic. Oh my God. I just wanted to show you all that because I know I'm not crazy. This is so epic. All right. That's all I got, y'all. This has been something else so far. I am having so much fun reporting on the Prince of PCP. He's a whole clown and in my opinion, just a flat out scam artist. He's a scammer. Bottom line, that's how I feel about it. He can kiss my ass if he don't like it. don't give a damn. You cannot make that up. I put in variations of the website link and nothing came up. Oh my goodness. That's all I got. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the LLC. We are growing. I hope Umar Johnson sees this video. Bro, you can kiss my ass. Man, what the hell is wrong with you? What is the link to the school? Please, to the state of Delaware, issue this man a cease and desist order. And let's be done with this. All right. Y'all share this video and consider becoming a member. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts and comments below. I'm still trying to get more information on this, but we're going to keep reporting on this clown until, he fades into black or whatever. All right. Until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.